So what really happened to the stars of Storage Wars once the cameras stopped rolling? Some struck gold, others lost it all, and a few faced tragedies that left fans heartbroken. From shocking lawsuits and dangerous accidents to inspiring comebacks and heartbreaking goodbyes, their real lives turned out to be more dramatic than anything locked away in a storage unit. Stick with us because these untold stories will change the way you see your favorite treasure hunters forever. Dan and Laura Datson, the auctioneers with 9 lives at the heart of every episode. Stood Dan and Laura Datson, the husband and wife. Auctioneers, Dan's lightning-fast chant and Laura's legendary catchphrase, "Don't forget to pay the lady," became staples of the show. They fascinated viewers with their old-fashioned, rapid-fire style and the way they kept order among hot-headed bidders. But while they made the auctions look fun, real life tested them in ways far more brutal. In 2014, Dan Datson collapsed from a double brain aneurysm. His skin turned bluish-green. His eyes rolled back, and Laura thought she was watching her husband die. Miraculously, doctors were able to save him, and Dan vowed never to touch another cigarette again. Then, in 2020, tragedy nearly struck again when their son Garrett was the victim of a drive-by shooting in Arizona. A bullet ripped through his vena cava, causing catastrophic internal bleeding. During the emergency airlift to Las Vegas, a doctor massaged his heart by hand to keep him alive. Against all odds, Garrett survived, and the shooter was arrested. For the Datsons, it was another reminder of how quickly life can change. Today, they continue to run American Auctioneers and StorageAuctions.net, proving that even after heartbreak, the show must go on. Dave Hester, the villain everyone loved to hate TV great reality show needs a villain, and for Storage Wars, that role belonged to Dave Hester, the self-proclaimed mogul, known for his aggressive bidding style, his trademark smirk, and that booming "yoop" catchphrase stamped across his shirts and trucks. Hester quickly became the man audiences loved to hate, but behind his bravado was a storm of lawsuits and controversy. In 2012, he was fired from the show and retaliated with a $750,000 lawsuit against A&E, claiming wrongful termination. His most explosive allegation? That producers were assaulting lockers, planting valuable items to ensure good television. Though the case settled and he returned, the accusations left a lasting shadow. His troubles continued in 2020 when he lost a legal battle against Public Storage over avoided $11,800 locker purchase. Today, Hester runs his own auctioneering business, but his infamous "yoop" still echoes through Storage Wars history. Daryl and Brandon Sheets, the gambler, and the sidebit Darryl Sheets earned the nickname the Gambler. For his bold risks, sometimes he lost big, but when he won, it was unforgettable. His most famous score came when he paid $3,600 for a locker filled with artwork worth around $300. But in 2019, Daryl nearly lost everything. After months of unexplained illness, he suffered a heart attack and was diagnosed with congestive heart failure and a severe lung infection. Miraculously, surgery stabilized him, and he later retired quietly to Lake Havasu City, enjoying life with his family. His son, Brandon Sheets, known as the Sidebet, grew up on the show first as his dad's assistant, then as his rival. But by 2017, he was cut due to budget cuts. Brandon pivoted to real estate, then became a UPS driver. In 2022, his life nearly ended when the semi-truck he was sleeping in crashed at 70 miles per hour in Texas. He escaped with minor injuries, but the ordeal and claims that UPS denied him workers' compensation left him shaken. Both father and son stepped away from television, but their daring bids and dramatic storylines remain etched in the history of Storage Wars. Barry Weiss, the collector who cheated death. Barry Weiss, known as the Collector, was the show's wild card. With his eccentric cars, skeleton, gloves, and carefree humor, Barry didn't need to win big, he just wanted something weird and fun. He became a breakout star, even landing spin-offs like Buried Treasure and Barry Strikes Back. But in 2019, Barry's daredevil spirit almost cost him his life. While riding his motorcycle in Los Feliz, Los Angeles, he collided with a car, The crash left him with devastating chest and leg injuries, multiple surgeries, and weeks in the ICU. Rumors of his death spread online, but Barry survived. Today, he lives a quieter life, occasionally appearing on Storage Wars and doing voiceover work for casinos in Northern California. Though he stepped back from the spotlight, his legacy as the most unpredictable and eccentric bidder remains untouchable. Brandy and Jara Schultz, fame and fallouthy were the young guns of Storage Wars. Brandy and Jara Schultz, the fiery duo whose constant banter made them fan favorites. In 2014, their popularity earned them a spin-off, Brandy and Jara, Married to the Job. But real life told a very different story. By 2018, their relationship quietly ended. Brandy focused on raising their 2 children, while Jara opened a bar in Orange County and moved on with a new partner. Then in 2021, Jara faced domestic violence charges after a reported bar altercation, while Brandy revealed she had been receiving threatening letters from fans, forcing her to seek therapy and move into a gated community. Once light-hearted rivals, their off-screen struggles became one of the show's darkest storylines. Kenny Crossley, Ivy Calvin, and Mary Padian, reinvention. Not every cast member's journey was marked by tragedy. Some turned Storage Wars into a springboard for reinvention. Kenny Crossley, once a sheriff's deputy in New Orleans, became a fan favorite for his humor and eccentric personality. After the show, he launched Jackie's Famous Pralines, a candy company, created a clothing line, and built a following on his YouTube channel. Kenny Do-It Adventures, Ivy Calvin, known as the King of Palmdale, transformed his auction success into a thriving thrift store, Grandma's Attic, blending his past as an arena football player and MMA fighter with his love for reselling treasures. Meanwhile, Mary Padian, the Junkster, expanded her brand, Mary's Finds, and partnered with Ubuntu Life to support children with special needs in Kenya. The Natesoda family, Triumph and Tragedy. Irene and Casey Natesoda, the German-American duo, built their business on buying celebrity-owned storage units. They snapped up lockers once belonging to Farrah Fawcett, Lamar Odom, and even Jamie Kennedy. Their thrift shop in Poway, California, remains a bustling success, boosted by their popular YouTube channel. But in 2023, tragedy struck. Reen's father, Gunter Natesoda, who had joined the show in Season 8, died of lung cancer in Salt Lake City, Utah. Known for his warmth and humor, Gunter had lived a colorful life playing bass with legends like Michael Schenker and even acting in films. His death devastated fans, leaving behind memories of one of the kindest figures in the show's history. Mark Bolo, the darkest story. Perhaps no story is darker than that of Mark Bolo. Nicknamed Rico Suave, with his flashy suits and wads of cash, he stood out from the crowd. In 2011, he even discovered a stolen copy of Action Comics #1, the first Superman comic, missing from actor Nicolas Cage's home for more than a decade. Worth nearly $1 million, Mark returned it instead of cashing in, cementing his reputation as a man of integrity. But behind the charm, Mark struggled with personal demons. In 2013, after being arrested in Simi Valley, California for meth possession, he was found dead in his car from carbon monoxide poisoning. He was only 40 years old. His death shocked fans and cast members alike, reminding everyone that even the most confident personalities could be hiding silent battles. Dr. Mo Prigoff and the Texas Crufons of Storage Wars. Texas remembered Dr. Morris. Mo Prigoff, the stylish podiatrist with a flair for rare art and antiques, for over 30 years. Mo scoured auctions for unique pieces, eventually opening his store, River Regency Modern, in Dallas. On the show, he often partnered with Mary Padian, bringing humor and sophistication to every episode. Other Texas cast members found new paths. Ricky and Bubba Smith continued their auction business in Lampasas, Texas. Jenny Grumbles pursued painting and opened an art gallery. Lisa Lewis returned to online reselling. Together, they proved that while the Texas spin-off ended, its legacy remained strong. Beyond the lockers, the real treasure for all its on-screen drama, Storage Wars was never just about abandoned lockers. It was about the people, their risks, their flaws, their triumphs, and their heartbreaks. If these untold stories shocked you, hit like, share this video with fellow fans, and subscribe for more hidden truths. Because sometimes, the greatest treasures aren't in lockers, they're in the stories left behind. Thanks for watching.